Broadcasting from the city centre of Cambridge. This is Cambridge 105.
5:15 on the nose, Cambridge 105 Drive, and I'm joined by a special guest this evening who is Tony Burton, and Tony is going to be taking part in the Olympic Torch Relay tomorrow evening. Good evening to you, Tony. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Hello to you. How are you?
I'm fine, actually. I'm a bit hot and stuffy in here, but it's okay, and it's actually quite nice to be warm for a change, really, which is what we've been over the last few days. So tell me, how did you get involved in the Olympic Torch Relay in the first place? How did you get asked?
Basically, a friend of mine who I work with, he approached me and said he'd like to nominate me, and he wrote a short piece. He sent it off to Lloyd's TSB. Where it went from there, it went into some kind of process, and then that was middle of last year, and in December I got a phone call from them to say that you've been confirmed as a Torchbearer, and we'll just do some final checks, and then that's it, really. So
what sort of things do they have to check? Is it like physical to make sure you don't collapse halfway through? Although I guess being a fireman, there's no chance of that happening.
Well, I'd like to think not. No, I just think it was just to confirm what he had wrote was all true, and it was all above board. So yeah, no, there was no fitness test, thankfully.
I guess, being a fireman, you must keep pretty fit anyway, just by doing the job, or do you do some other stuff in between to keep you in top shape, as it were?
No, yeah, the job itself is very active, and that keeps you fit. Personally, myself, I like to do a lot of running, and I quite often I go circuit training regularly. I Senior Boxing Club in Hardwick.
Right.
Go up there. George Grass runs the club up there, and I quite often go up there and do circuits up there to stay fit, and that certainly does keep me fit up there.
Yeah, absolutely. How's the difference? Because I guess running you don't have to run fast with the torch, do you? You kind of have to keep steady, as it were.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about it, and I've been watching other people do it, and some people run and some people walk, and yeah, I think it's just a steady pace, and yeah, I don't know, to be fair, so yeah, we'll find out tomorrow, I guess.
So do you know what stretch you're actually going to be doing? Whereabouts, people want to see you, for example, where they have to stand?
I'm running from Hope Street to the railway bridge on Mill Road, and that will be at 6:36, I believe.
6 days, all timed like clockwork, isn't it? Really?
It's all very, very precise. I think.
Yeah, we went to some of the briefings to be told what was going on, and they build in sort of periods of time. So if it's gone horribly wrong earlier in the day, they got little bits of time in order to make sure that they can catch up.
Right, yeah, well, let's hopefully nothing goes horribly wrong tomorrow.
Yeah,
We should be all right.
I'm sure you're absolutely fine. I guess the only concern, really, is some of your colleagues might see the flame and want to put it out.
Yeah, they might do. That would be a natural instinct for them, so hopefully not. That would be the last thing I'd want.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what happens, have you been advised as to what happens if there's a sudden gust of wind, or perhaps with sudden downpour? I think earlier today, when it was running through Essex, there was trouble there, quite torrential rain the runners there had to face, and I'm sorry to say the forecast for tomorrow isn't looking good.
No, I kept an eye on it myself, and it doesn't look too good. No, but none of that information as yet. I guess they'll brief us on that tomorrow. I should imagine it's very well organised. Well, I hope they do, because I might just start panicking if not.
I guess if somebody's hiding behind a corner or something with a bit of the source flame ready to relight it, as it were.
Yeah, I think so. It did go out on one of them, didn't it? I think, and that's exactly what they did. So yeah, I'm sure I'm hoping they'll let us know that tomorrow.
I suppose if it does go out, at least you guarantee yourself a spot on the news. That's the only positive thing to think about that. Tell me about some of the charity work that you do that got you nominated for this in the first place.
I volunteer at a local charity organisation in Cambridge. It's called Centre 33, and it basically provides support for young people. It has many different elements to it. The element that I volunteer at is young carers. Young carers are young people, for whatever reason, may have to take on the responsibilities of running the family because maybe the parent or guardian can't for a period of time, and it's about giving them an opportunity to enjoy themselves, providing them support, and perhaps deal with some of that stress. My role in that is that they run different groups all over the city, and basically I turn up at the groups as an adult and help facilitate the groups, and my involvement mainly means playing table tennis, playing pool, playing football and all that kind of stuff, really. So it's really enjoyable, really, really good.
Yeah, I guess for the kids and those involved, it's kind of, puts you as like an older brother, sort of young uncle kind of figure that maybe they can relate to and, help help progress them? Is that kind of the idea behind it?
No, not for me, because I'm a volunteer. I'm just there to turn up so they can hold the meetings. But they have the full support of, they have some paid workers there, and they would provide that. I'm just there so they could got enough people that they can hold the group safely and just join in with the games really.
Yeah, how long have you been doing it for?
About 2.5 years now.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, I really, really do enjoy it. I like my sports as well, so if there's always time for people wanting to play games and play different football and such like, then yeah, it's quite good for me as well. But yeah, it's very, very rewarding.
How does it work? With obviously as a fireman, you must have some varying shift work. So maybe I don't know how does it work? Like 1 week you're potentially doing nights and day. How do they sort things out these days?
Yeah, because I do work shifts. Ironically, sometimes that gives me a bit more time to be able to do it, because like over the summer they don't run the groups, but they do a whole host of summer activities which are during the week, and I could be off quite a lot during the day and the week, working nights and weekends. And when it does clash with my shifts, I try to get some time off work where possible. I'll get someone else to cover for me.
And where are you based now? Because obviously there's the building work going on by the fire station in Parkside. I kind of lost track of where the fire station actually is.
We're at the TA centre on Coldham's Lane,
right
behind Sainsbury's.
It's not very far away. So I guess that for call-out times it makes no difference whatsoever, does it?
No, it's all pretty the same really. We'll get to all parts of the city as we would in the centre realistically.
Yeah, and any of the crew coming to see you tomorrow night?
Yes, yeah. So my friends I work on Greenwatch, and Greenwatch are actually working tomorrow night. So they won't be able to get down, but Red, White and Blue, they'll come down and they're going to come show their support and cheer me on, hopefully.
That's fantastic. And now afterwards, I know you're actually going to be auctioning off the torch in aid of charity. Where are you going to be doing that, and what's the charity involved?
Yeah, basically what we're going to do is once the run's finished, I'm going to make my way to the Brook Public House at the top end of Mill Road. They're making a big event of the Olympic torch relay. It passes the brook. They've got a big barbecue and having a family day. About 7:30 in the evening I should be back, and what we're doing is we're giving the people the opportunity to have their picture taken with a torch. And all they need to do is make a voluntary donation to a charity. There'll be a pot for them to put in whatever they want. And the two charities that we're doing it for are Centre 33, which is where I volunteer.
That's what I just mentioned, of course.
Yeah, and CRY, which is Cardiac Risk in the Young.
Okay. And that is taking place. Did you have a time for that, or?
Yeah, that'll probably start. The evening activities, the opportunity of the photo tank with the torch will be starting at about 7:30 in the evening, but they are running a whole host of different things during the day as well. So, yeah.
Okay, well look, thank you very much for coming in to 105 this evening, telling us all about that, and of course the best of luck both with the run, and I also hope you raise a good amount of charity money for your charities as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Broadcasting from the city centre of Cambridge, this is Cambridge 105.